Hello, welcome back to Steve's Corner. And the race is on. Trump and Uncle Joe solidified their nominations as presumptive presidential nominees for their respective parties the other day, the same day. Joe was running against nobody and still had a tough time. Man, I don't listen to them daggone State of the Unions, the debates, or any of that mess, man. It just usually turns into a shouting match and a bunch of political bluster, and I don't care for that. I enjoy the back and forth, watching each other tear each other up in the daggone news and stuff like that, and seeing how they spin the stuff, But the thing you got to remember, Doc, is no matter who wins or who loses, we're all Americans. We're all on the same daggone team. Most of us want the exact same daggone things. People all over the world want the exact same things. You want the best for your kids' futures. You want the opportunity to make a life to how you see it. You want safety and security from things you can't see from other countries. Like the invasion at the border we're having. You pretty much just want to be left alone to live life how you see it. 300 and some million people pulling together with the same ideals, man. There's just no telling what can happen. We can't allow them daggone nuts up yonder. They don't want to do nothing but get reelected every year. They'll feed you a bone once in a while, and then they'll stick it to you in the end. They're gonna do something and make you think it's for your good, and that you're gonna be glad you got it, and it's gonna stick you in the end, man. That's why we got to pull together as citizens of this country, and we're in such a bad shape now. Most of us don't hate a guy because he chooses to live a certain way. We just don't want to be forced to accept it. Hey, man, we can see what's happening, but we don't have to accept it. We can be happy for you, but we don't have to accept it. And that's what they're trying to do. Nobody wants that stuff. I don't care who you are. But it's gonna be a fun year. I'm watching the news cycles. But anyways, man, I took the day off. This has been a pretty week, man. It actually got up to 80 degrees yesterday, and I screwed up. I worked myself into a tizzy all week. Same thing I do every year when the weather first breaks. I get so excited, and I get outside and get to hustling around. And man, I'm so stiff and sore now, I can't hardly move. I called into the boss lady last night in the kitchen. Told her I was taking a day off today. Just before I went to bed, I was walking down the hall, I hollered in the kitchen to her. I said, hey, I'm taking tomorrow off. What it is I'm building that daggone those 3 new beds for my garden, and I'm gonna move it from over yonder where it was at. Put it over right behind me. It allows me to get 3 or 4 more hours a day of sunlight. I believe that really affected that garden back yonder. I ain't no professional gardener, but I do like to. I like to go out there from time to time, grab me a tomato or cucumber or squash or whatever. We rarely have enough to put in the freezer. This year we was able to put back a few bags of tomatoes. We actually had some tomatoes and rice the other night for dinner, and they come out the freezer there. But it's something I enjoy doing. But moving them beds, and building them, and getting them level back yonder, man, like to kill me. And I got to cut grass. I want to get the last of these leaves up. I get busy from right about now when the weather breaks till just after Thanksgiving. But what I normally do is I collect all my twigs over the winter time. Sometimes I'll burn them in a little fire pit back here. But what I'll do is I'll use those for the bottom of the daggone beds, and then I'll put my leaves I'm going to collect on top of that, and then I'll put my soil under there, because you're talking about that deep, 17, 18, 19 inches deep. That's a lot of soil by itself. So I try to fill up the bottom as much as I can, and I leave about that much room for soil. And then every year, as that stuff settles, you know, I purchase another bag to pour over top of it. Simple as that. But I'll show all that. I try to make a video of most of it. I got a few action snaps of me actually doing something, so you don't think somebody else done it. But we'll try to get that together by the end of this week coming up, so I can put it online on Friday. I tried to make a video, I did make a video on Tuesday, but it gave me a lot of trouble uploading. It didn't upload till way late in the night, so I just never did post it. But that's about it, Doc. Things are getting busy on the corner. The news cycles are really churning and spitting vile things at each other. Tickles me that people get so wrapped up in that stuff. You notice that nobody leave the country when when Trump left. You know, we missed a good opportunity then. He might not win. I don't see him winning, Doc. Be honest with you. I'm gonna vote for him. There's just nobody else to vote for. I mean, who else are you gonna vote for, honestly? You know? But I don't see the political parties allowing him to get back in there. I don't care what it's by legal means, illegal means, or some other means. They're not going to allow him to get back in the office. And if he does, Republicans ain't going to go with him, just like it did last time. So I don't think a whole lot of change, even if he did get in there. But they ain't going to allow him. They can't allow Trump to get up there and ruin the gravy train they're on. I don't see it happening. But I think he's the best option we got to pull this country out of the funk that we're in. I don't know. Trump 2024. Y'all be good.